Hello. Today we've got a fair number of cars to go through. We've got cars from Greenlight, M2, Auto World, Johnny Lightning, Matchbox Collectors, Matchbox Superfast. I'm not sure the difference, but I guess hopefully we'll find out. One Matchbox mainline that I ordered because it looked so good. An Xcartoys that I'm excited about because it's a race car and I've never had an Xcartoys race car. A Sparky, and a Tomica Limited. Not a Tomica Limited Vintage, nor a Tomica Limited Vintage Neo, and it's not a Tomica Premium, or just a Tommy. This is another interim brand. But anyway, I was excited because I've been looking for a Datsun Sunny for a long time. And actually, why don't we start with that? So it comes in a case that's not dissimilar to the Tomica Limited Vintage. It does have an open front with the car on display and a little plaque lets you know what it is in both English and Japanese. Maybe that's the Japanese for the name. I don't know enough about Japanese. It seems short, but okay. So it's a little roughed up. I think it's a bit older. I mean, the packaging, the car itself doesn't seem to be roughed up, but it's definitely been opened a few times. Slides right off, and you get immediate access to the car, which slides out like this. Oh, it's like a little display case. Okay, move that out of the way. And underneath the car, we have something here. Tomica Limited, and it looks like so there's the Sunny. And these seem like Lancer Evolutions. Oh, they are. It says up there. Does that say? This one doesn't say what it is. It's quite the mix of English and Mazziora collection, Skylines, and an RX-7. I think that it's like some kind of color change paint. I haven't been able to find these, but I'd definitely be interested. Definitely be interested to see what they look like. Okay, so just opens up so you can take it out and put it back in. I noticed when I just dropped it down that it's definitely got suspension, and it's nice suspension. Oh, look at this. That green is great. The wheels are great. The tires. It's in 1/56th, so the actual car is much smaller than this. I mean, the actual car is much bigger than this, but compared to a 1/64, the true 1/64 car. Lensed headlights. This front end is really nice. GX6, is that what it says? I assume that's the Sunny logo. Right-hand drive. And we have opening parts. So that's very much a premium thing rather than a limited vintage thing. However, it does have the inserted lights, which premium does sometimes. The main difference between this and a premium is how nice this suspension is and the rubber wheels. So it definitely is in the middle between a premium and a limited vintage, and it's so nice. The paint job is just the body work with the rivets and things. Just everything about it is flawless. Even the moving parts, the lines are great. I mean, that steering wheel's a bit chunky and silly. I don't know how we can get some light in there, but let's try it the other way. Yeah, the steering wheel's a bit chunkier than I'm used to seeing, but there are some nice interior details. The door handle's just paint. On this side it looks like it might be raised, but I think that might just be a second pass of paint. These wheels are great. I really like the look of them. I wonder if they are car specific. I suspect they are. Tomica Limited. I don't think they make Tomica Limited cars anymore. Maybe they do. I see them once in a while, and I was always curious, like what are they? Where do they sit? And now I feel like if they're all like this car, they sit sort of between the premium and the limited vintage. That's a nice car. That's really nice. It feels substantial. The suspension is really soft, but not clicky. I guess soft and not clicky are sort of saying the same thing. The wheels, I mean, it rolls. It rolls like a limited vintage. It rolls so nice. Okay. So that's that question answered. That is a really great car. I'm very excited that turned out to be as good as I'd hoped, because I've been after a Sunny for a while. And that was the first one I was able to find. I know that Tomica Limited Vintage also do an older Sunny. And those look kind of exciting too. All right, let's look at this Matchbox mainline that I picked up. It is 76 Volkswagen Mk1 GTI Golf, which in America was marketed as the Rabbit, with this awesome Rabbit logo. It's a Matchbox, so they don't do all the sides. But the back still looks pretty good. They got the back windshield wiper. And the front end is great. The headlights kind of look like a little person with a giant helmet on. It's a little beat up. Again, I got this loose, so who knows how long it was banging around for. Probably not that long. It's 2019, but I just thought it was a good looking little rendition of the Golf, and I still think that. I like the orange a lot. I like the orange and the white and the rabbit on the side. I mean, it's the same car as the Golf. Oh, even this is nice. The door handles are nice. The door handles are really nice. Matchbox have some flaws. I really these wheel well things are surprisingly. I mean, they're not huge, but they're surprisingly muscly. They stick out from the car. I don't know how I'm going to get a shot of that yet. You can see that they stick out. So Matchbox has its flaws. You know, these are like Hot Wheels. These are really standard wheels that are, you know, they only have a few different types of wheels. So they're not car-specific wheels or anything. Again, they don't have paint on all sides, just 3. Nothing on top, nothing on the back, unfortunately, because it's disappointing when the headlights aren't painted. I find. I was thinking about it, and I was trying to determine whether it was the fraction of a cent or whatever it would cost to do another pass with the paint that kept them from doing at least 4 sides, because that would make such a huge difference in how great these cars looked. Like all of their cars would look better, and they would just improve their entire lineup by doing one more pass. So I was wondering if it was, the fractions of a cent, or even if it was a couple of cents, which I highly doubt per car. It wouldn't eat into their costs that much, and even if they raised the price by a couple of cents, obviously it would be worth it. So I was thinking about it, and then I thought that maybe it would be something else that was keeping them from doing it. And the most obvious thing would be, let's see if this rolls. It of course rolls really well. The most obvious thing that, aside from price, would be time. Like how much time it would take to do another pass. And when you're dealing with, I don't know what kind of market share Matchbox has, but I know that Hot Wheels does tens of millions of units a year. And of course, the time would wind up costing more money than a couple of cents per car, maybe. They would need new facilities, or I don't know. But time seemed like a more realistic barrier or expense, preventing them from doing more passes. But that is Joey laying in bed thinking about Hot Wheels. Pure speculation. What's this orange? Is that from this car? Did I knock some orange off it? No. It's not the same orange. Okay. I do that. I destroy my own cars. Okay, now I'm excited for... So there's... Matchbox does a couple of things that I didn't know about, because I'm only just learning about Matchbox, They do the Matchbox Collectors Series. So there's 20 cars a year, I assume. Which, compared to Hot Wheels, like if you're comparing it to the Hot Wheels different premium brands, like Hot Wheels Boulevard, and then the different series that they come out with, like, like the mountain drifting ones and the, I keep wanting to say David Letterman. What's his name? The rich guy, the rich talk show host cars. Anyway, they have a whole lot of different sets of 5 premium cars, obviously more than 4. So these Matchbox collector sets are actually more rare than Hot Wheels ones, I think. Although each individual car might not be more rare, but it seems like a thing that Matchbox does less. However, I believe these Superfasts are also limited to 20. This one's numbered number 9. And they come out in sets of 5 at a time. Boxes, I guess, or cases of 5. So that brings it up to 40, because these also have rubber wheels and are premium, although I think they're less premium. I don't know. I only say that because this one doesn't have paint on the back. Anyway, we'll take a look. My understanding of Superfast is different from what that seems to be, but let's keep our focus on this, my first Matchbox collector's car. The first thing I'll point out is that it comes with this, obviously bigger than a Matchbox box, like many premium cars do. Not Hot Wheels premium, but like, Mini GTs come with one. Mini GTs fit in theirs, and this car will not fit in here, I don't think. Although, It may just. I wonder if there is, like with, well, why wonder? Let's just check. A couple things I'll point out, actually, first on the packaging. They have metal parts. It doesn't say metal like the Hot Wheels do, so we'll check that. But also it has True Grip tires, which is the Matchbox way of saying real riders, I think, rubber tires. This is the 1995 Subaru SVX, a very cool car, and it's in the Falcon livery. It says the number of the car. It's got a nice picture of the car, rendition of the car, and not animation, illustration. It's not a photograph. It's licensed, and that's about it for useful information on the back. Yeah, imported to Canada by Mattel Canada in Mississauga, Ontario. So I must have ordered this from a Canadian eBayer, which is much cheaper, which makes sense. Okay, let's take a look. I'm kind of excited. I was kind of excited when I got my first Hot Wheels Premium as well. Okay, so take the car out. It feels very insubstantial. It has a plastic bottom, so it is not metal on metal, which explains why it just said metal parts. The body is metal, but the bottom is plastic. Okay, first off, number 8. Wait, this is, yeah, number 8. The other one's number 9. I got briefly confused there. This has a nice kind of a retro feel. I can already tell that there is nothing in it though. There's no plastic to hold the car in place. There's no plastic bag to protect the car at all. It'll just rattle around in there. So if I were to store it in here, I'd probably wrap it in a little bit of paper towel or something. It's not ideal, but let's look at the car itself. First of all, does it roll? Oh, it does. It rolls super nice. It rolls very, very nice. And it looks very nice. That sparkly blue is gorgeous. It's got Japanese on the side. That is a completely blacked out window. The stripe is nice. The headlights are great. Like for painted headlights, those are really good. Yeah, there's a bit of a overlap there, which is unfortunate, but the design of those headlights is really sharp. Yeah, it's all completely blacked out. There is an interior though. Looks to be gray, I think. No, black. Okay, it's a left-hand drive. Subaru SVX. The back headlights are good too. Brake lights, I mean. Unless this white part is meant to be tail lights, in which case I'm confused, but there is a lock painted on it, so maybe that's to open the, it's very confusing. Because where are the lines for the trunk? I'm not super familiar with the actual car, so these little exhausts are, oh, there's the lines for the trunk. They go right up the, like this. So it's like it's inserted. So this part is not part of the trunk, but this inside is. You pop it and lift it up. Hatchback. The fuel access is nicely cut out. Door handle's great. The windshield wipers, and it's a very the attention to detail on it is very nice. It feels like a real car when you look at it. Again, the wheels are a bit, wow, they spin so good. Maybe not this one. I mean, it still spins good, but not like ridiculous like that one. (2018). That must be the casting, because I think this is a 2022 collector. It's not going to say, is it? Yeah, it does actually. 2022. I also like how restrained the Falcon livery is. I'm not a huge fan of some of the Falcon liveries, but this is a simple yet very cool car. I like it. I'm a little curious here. So, okay, so immediately I noticed that the sound is very different. Yeah, it does not roll nearly as well as the Tomica. I thought it might, because it does feel great. It does roll really nicely. But then when I got the Tomica out, I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, this is, yeah, a complete cut above. But this is no slouch. This is very cool. I like this. Interesting though. It's not metal on metal, so it doesn't have that substantial feel of the Hot Wheels premiums. So while we're at it, let's look at the Superfast. So again, it says metal parts, and it looks like it's got a plastic chrome bottom, true grip tires, and this is the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTX. Now, like I was saying before, my understanding of Superfast from Hot Wheels is that they had special axles. It was like a type of wheel axle combination that actually made them go faster when you rolled them. Like they were made for the track. But that doesn't seem to be, I mean, obviously we'll check and see how it rolls, but I thought they had brass axles, which these don't seem to have. But in any case, it's a series from Matchbox. Whether it's what I thought it was or not, let's judge it on its own merits. Again, it feels very light. It feels like a mainline car, basically. This is a less sort of vintage feeling design. Or if it is vintage feeling, it's like vintage for the 90s, not vintage for the 50s. I guess the 90s is vintage, huh? 30 years ago. Okay, well, let's keep that out. And let's look at the car. It does roll really nicely. Hang on. I mean, this isn't scientific, but This Falcon, first of all, has treads, whereas this has like racing slicks. So I don't know how much that contributes to it, but it doesn't feel even close. Okay, this is still not close. The Tomica is still the winner, but this does feel built to roll. Okay. Japanese nostalgic car. I mean, that's a bit, yeah. No paint on the back. Plastic chrome bottom. 71 Skyline 2000 GTX. These headlights are nice. Or headlights, rear side view mirrors. Oh, the headlights are nice though. Oh, the front end's great. It's fun. The gold is an interesting element to introduce into the color scheme. Does that say Enterprise Systems? Exhaust systems. D-shower. Ambassadors Classic. 2020 Ambassadors Classic. I guess that's the race. That explains this logo. 20 AC, and then underneath it, this livery's grown on me. Through the package, I didn't really like it, but I think it works better with the red than it looked like when it was shinier. The gold is a nice touch. I thought I wasn't gonna like it. Gold and red. Doesn't feel familiar to me, but it's nice. It's really nice. And like I was saying, it rolls. It does have 4 passes. It does have 1, 2, 3, and then the top. So, I mean, it is more premium than a regular car. Again, it's got blacked out windows. Oh no, they're not. They're super tinted, but they're not blacked out entirely like they are on the Falcon. It's funny, the Falcon has totally blacked out windows, but open side windows, so you can see that it does have an interior. Whereas this one has super tinted windows, but you can also see that it still has an interior. So it's not a, saving on the interior. It's just, they just thought it would look cooler that way, I guess. Which, fair enough. They do look pretty cool. It's strange because they're premium in a way that Hot Wheels premium aren't. Oh, this one has... No, I'm wrong. Hot Wheels are premium in a very, they feel heavy, their tires are rubber in the same way. I feel like, and I'm only going off 2 examples here, but the tires are rubber in a more showy way. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the details in the Matchbox and Hot Wheels aesthetic. Matchbox definitely goes more realistic. This is a cool car. It does not feel premium the way that a Hot Wheels does. It's not metal. It doesn't have that weight like the, you know, Beats headphones with the weights put in them, so that they feel more premium. But it goes fast, and you know, it looks nice. It's got the paint job on the sides and stuff, on 4 of the 5 sides. I wish it had that, but I guess what do you give up for that? Yeah, I don't know that I like this one as much as the Falcon. Liveried Subaru. Okay, let's take a look at the Greenlight. So it says Silver Anniversary Edition, and it's a Jeep CJ5, 1979. On the back it actually has some info about the CJ5, which you can pause and read. Longest production of any Jeep vehicle. Oh wow, it's got like a whole body wobble when it's rolling. Does this come off? I think it does. I hope that was intentional. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to drive with this, with the steering wheel like that. It's got. Does it just have a single seater in the back, or is that a love seat? All right, let's put this back on. Because I think this actually looks better. It's got the little fake wrinkles in the plastic of the tarpy top. All right, Jeep Renegade. The wheels look nice. I like them. The spare tire is the one that's messed up. Hang on. I don't think I'm going to be able to fix that. They better hope they don't get a... Well, it's really deformed. Why can't I get at that? Hang on. Let's use the ever-delicate knife blade. Oh, it's got a bunch of box tape on it. Well, whatever. Oops. I think it's glued. I think that might be what's happening, actually. Yeah, it's glued to the tire itself. Is like the rubber is glued to the vehicle. So I'd have to cut through all the glue. Yeah, you can see the glue there. I'd have to cut through all the glue. The back lights look nice. That license plate probably looked a bit nicer before I messed it up with my knife. The wheels roll, though they don't roll nicely. They've got like a weird friction. That hood is not going to pop. The front does look nice though. It looks like this light's popped out a bit. The knife fixes all troubles. No, that's not going anywhere. It's murky. It's like it's got a cataract. I mean, it's hard to be mad at this thing. It's so cute. It's so cute and little, but I mean, there's definite flaws. The windshield wipers are nice. The interior is ridiculous. It's got a steering wheel that, like, I was gonna say sits in your lap, but you would not fit in there. It's like pushing against the back of the seat. This is nice. The white gradient into black on that line in chunks. If it was just like this, if both lights looked that clear, it would be good, but yeah, that one does not. So it is not. I think the bumper is crooked. Does that mean that the whole car is crooked? No, it seems to be set properly, so maybe it's just twisted somehow. And yeah, this back extra wheel is, they glued the rubber instead of the, I mean, they probably, in addition to the wheel, they glued the rubber. Greenlight, what can you do? What can you do? It's a cool vehicle though. All right, let's try an M2. Let's do a couple of dangerous quality control vehicles in a row. So this is part of the, I don't even know what this series is called. If it has a name, Auto Wheels. Yeah, I think it's called the Auto Wheels series. And it comes with a screwdriver, and you can replace the wheels with all these different sets up here. But you can also see that the one of the sets is basically useless. The red lines. Well, not basically useless. The wheels themselves are actually kind of nice. The 5-spoke chrome. You just got to take or flip the red line part. Those are okay, and these are nice. So what's on there? Just black with Goodyear. All right, let's take a look. I thought it might be easier to look at the wheels in the container, but it is not. I could have looked at them out here even more clearly. And it comes with the axles, the front and the back axles. This has a really nice, like, gentle sparkle to it, the paint. Edelbrock. Okay, let's get it off there. And let's use its own screwdriver instead of my normal screwdriver, just to be respectful. Jesus, it's on there, eh? Okay. Feels good, substantial. 69 Camaro SS. The back end looks nice. I don't like it when they do the license plate by just printing right on the chrome. It's a little, I don't know. But the taillights look nice, and the spoiler is really nice. Weird placement for the meatball, but I kind of like the weird asymmetrical placement. All of the sponsors are crisp. And again, this paint is sparkly, but like a very restrained. I like it. It's a left-hand drive, obviously. Again, the big meatball. Let's see how the there's something molded in the side. It's a keyhole on this side. On this side, it looks like, I guess, a keyhole. I'm just looking at, yeah, the shadow of the door handle molding, which is, it's generous to call it a molding at all. These wheels are actually kind of nice. This is, I wonder if this is going to open. Well, let's look at the front end first. Okay. That's actually a new one for me. So we've got silver for the lights down here, but they used the chrome from the bumper for the lights. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know how to feel about that. I guess it looks kind of cool. I mean, it shines in a way that plastic doesn't. I did have a car that had inserted plastic that was painted silvery chrome, but it wasn't this chrome. I kind of like it. I think it works. I mean, obviously it's got the, you can see the connecting line to the outline of the grill. Might have been interesting if they painted so they seemed genuinely separate from the grill. Before I ruin this with my knife, let's at least try and, you know what, I don't think it is going to open because of the shape of the, yeah, I don't think that is going to open. Unless it's got a really wide opening arm. Okay, I'm going to try anyway. So, but I'm going to not cut the paint because I'm good at not cutting the paint. All right, damn it. I mean, that really looks like it's tooled to open. It's not moving at all, though. Okay, doesn't have to move. This is a pretty cool car. This is a pretty cool casting of the Camaro. Jesus, look at the, I didn't even notice those back tires. Let's see how it rolls. Nope. Let's do this. Oh, wow. Where the other one had like a body roll or body wobble. This one does too, but this one's also got like a ass jumping wobble. Like the butt jumps up and down in the air. I'm really tempted to do a wheel swap on this. We don't really have time. Maybe I'll make a video and do that. This is very cool. This is a cool Camaro. I don't know what the scale is. It's definitely not 1/64 though. But it is very cool. Surprisingly cool. Okay, so let's do this one. This is the one I'm the most excited about, so I don't want to leave it for last. This is an Xcartoys rendition of the Lynk Co number 3, which is a Chinese car, and this is the TCR spec racing version in the shell livery from the 2021 TCR Asia race. They have Xcartoys also has, you can get the Lynk Co #3 street version, and I'm pretty excited to try and get my hands on that too. But I don't have any Chinese car. I mean, that's weird. That's not the correct. That's the perspective's off. That's better. Yeah, I don't have any Chinese racing cars, so I was excited to pick this up. And excited to pick it up from one of my favorite diecast companies. So. And it feels very substantial. It has a metal bottom, a very matte black metal bottom, but metal. It's in 164. Chromed side view. Two different inserted headlights, both of which are very cool in their own way. Cutouts for these vents. Lynk Co. Shell helix. This scoop is very cool, the square scoop. Oh, let's see if it rolls. Oh yeah. It makes a bumpy sound, but it doesn't feel bumpy. It's got smooth racing slick style tires, number 55. It's got a cool spoiler. Oh, the backlights are really cool. They've got like a holographic red line brake light thing in there. Roll cage. Just the one seat. I can't see the dash. This is very cool. The Lynk Co #3. Interesting car. These lights up on the hood are very striking. I wonder if they're a feature on the street car. Xcartoys, once again, with a very cool car. I guess it's a crapshoot. I've had bad luck with all these brands, so let's do Sparky. This is an AMG GT3. What am I doing? I'm cutting under it? How do they want you to get into it? They've glued the... Oh, God damn it. I wonder if they have enough packaging. One thing I do like about Sparky is that rather than having to unscrew it, there's just a little twist on the bottom, and then you've got the car in your hand. Okay, so this is the AMG GT3 from 24 Hours of Daytona in 2019 from Team AMG. I really like these colors. That purple is even deeper than it looks on camera. You can see the difference in the tires between this and the Xcars in terms of quality. But they're both nice, but this is definitely not in the same league. These headlights are nice. I've often noticed yellow lights on endurance cars. They just have gray in the side view. That's okay. Sparky do, and painted taillights. Sparky do a sort of mostly premium casting. They're not, oh, that's quite nice, the grille. They're not, they're not even really mini GT level. They do have rubber tires, but what they do, and what they do very, very well, is accurate liveries for these race cars. And they do quite a lot of cars from various races, and it's one of the cool things about them, is that, you know, you get it, and this is what the car looked like. But you know, aside from, you know, the car didn't have painted taillights, but so that's one of the things I like about Sparky. Yeah, the real race car probably rolls better than that. That just skids. But so it's not a like premium brand, but it's definitely a very good niche brand. Like, I don't know, Inno64 maybe does. I mean, Inno64 definitely does accurate liveries. But they're not as dedicated to motorsport as Sparky. Sparky has one thing that they do, and, you know, they do that well. And I respect that. And also, it's a great way, they put out some cool GT3 cars. Okay, two more. First up, one of only 2,834, unheard of, Johnny Lightning. We have the 1970 AMC Rebel Machine. Fun fact, the Machine was 1 year only. None were produced past 1970. This is from the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. I mean, I think it was a Auto World exclusive. Those are the only ones you get that have such low numbers now. No, it was a 2020 mainline release. Yeah, Muscle Car USA. I guess in 2020 they were still doing they still had low numbers in 2020. It's ballooned rapidly to the point where they don't even put the number of cars produced on it anymore. They just say limited edition. Johnny Lightning, when you get them in your hand, they're metal on metal, and this was metal on metal too. But this still feels like kind of delicate, like a model. Whereas this actually kind of gives, they're so heavy that you kind of like, oh yeah, I'm looking at a car, which is, you know, a little ridiculous but they're by far the heaviest of the 164 vehicles. This is a really charming livery. The door handle is an absolute joke. It's just a silver square. Vancouver, BC. That's interesting. Cubic inches, 390, 340 horsepower. I'm not sure what that says. I find this Rebel Machine livery very charming. Simple. The blue and the red and the white. Yeah, the wheels aren't perfect, but they're not atrocious. The front's done flawlessly. I mean, if you ignore the wonkiness of the hood, the headlights are great. The grille is great. Little blue boy in there. It's not even a separate piece. Yeah, it's not even a separate piece. Nor is it painted correctly. They did use 2 colors of paint though, we'll give them that. The front scoops are cool. I like the asymmetry of, I keep saying asymmetry. I mean, it is asymmetrical. It's got one vent that raises up on the left side, I guess. The left side there. That's cool. This is the way that I like those small windows to be treated, rather than as an insert, actually molded into the car. It's much, much better. Way less likely to screw up. It's a little bit of a fit issue there, but I think I mostly fixed it, actually. So that's nice. Shockingly, it's left-hand drive. It's a cool car. Does it roll? It rolls really nice. A little bit of a butt shake, side to side, but it's fast. It rolls fast. I like this. That's a cool car. The Rebel Machine. And last but not least, we'll hope, is the Auto World Vintage Muscle. It's a limited edition, no number. Pontiac Grand Prix Royal Bobcat, 1964, in saddle bronze poly. I feel like a horse would not appreciate a saddle made of bronze, but obviously I don't speak for all horses. All's okay. This came open, so we might as well look. That's pretty good. Looks like it's a two-piece engine. The fit's pretty good. The front end I don't like. I don't like here where the lights are silver and then it goes right down into the actual chrome. Like they're chrome and they go down into the chrome. Kind of ruins whatever illusion they were going for. The wheels mostly managed to get the white walls looking okay though, so that's good. And actually the wheel itself is pretty cool, although they don't paint it perfectly on that one, nor that one, nor that one, nor that one. None of them are a circle. The silhouette of this car is interior's nice though. The silhouette of this car is really boring to me. Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm having trouble figuring out things to say. That looks okay. It'd be better if they were red. Royal Grand Prix. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's well done. It's just a really boring car. I'm sure it was very spacious inside, like in real life. For smooching and things. Boring car. And actually I wanted to, once I said silhouette, I didn't think to look at the silhouette on this one. It's interesting. The spoiler is pointing down. But it's a cool little, yeah, it's got a cool silhouette. Okay, let's judge things based on Joey's feelings. Or actually just briefly talk about them, I guess. That's more accurately what we do. Okay, Auto World Royal Bobcat. I'm surprised I remembered the name. This car's so boring. Rebel Machine, 1 year only. The car's kind of boring. Like, all of the details I didn't really care about. I just like how charming and, like, you know, traveling circus-y the livery feels. So we'll put him here. Slide. The Sparky AMG GT3. Cool. It's very cool. It's an AMG GT3 with a really nice purple and pink and orange, which you wouldn't think would work, but it actually kind of does. Livery and green, little highlights of green. Yeah, it looks nice. It's not the greatest casting in the, I mean, not casting, but treatment in the world, but it's a cool car. I'm glad to have an example of it. The Lynk Co. number 3. so cool. It's so weird. Such a weird car. This is the TCR spec version. So I am curious about whether these lights, like, I have to zoom in again, I guess. These top lights are, oh, and you can see that the hood opens between them, which, yeah, it's got to be on the actual car, because that seems like a lot of work in changing the car between its racing spec and its, but I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just a bit of body work and adding some headlights, which, who knows? But, wow, I liked this. I like it even still. Okay, so this Camaro from M2, surprisingly awesome. Surprisingly cool Camaro. Wildly out of scale. And they probably claim that it's 164. They don't care. They don't care about our feelings. But it's really nice. It is really nice. 69 Camaro. I'm gonna put it here with the AMG. And I'm gonna put this Skyline. I'm gonna put the Skyline there too. It's fast. It's fast, but I don't think it was as cool as this Subaru, Matchbox Subaru Falcon livery. What is it, the SVX? Yes, the SVX. I'm gonna put that up here with the Lynk Co number 3. I was pleasantly surprised by the way the Matchbox Premium, or at least its treatment of these two cars. Yeah. Okay, we don't need to take too big a break. I liked this too. The Golf, I'm gonna put that, well, it's not on the same level. I'll go back here. It has its flaws. It's also got a really weird stance. Well, maybe that's an optical illusion. Greenlight, very cool car. Almost nothing about it is done well. And then the Tomica Limited, not Tomica Limited Vintage, and not Tomica Premium, but Tomica Limited. Very cool. It actually, I said that it's like between the two in terms of features. It's not, I don't want to say it's between the two in terms of quality though. I think that it's definitely more Tomica Limited Vintage in terms of quality, for sure. The body and the details, definitely Tomica Limited Vintage quality. But then the moving parts and stuff. So I would say that it combines the cool parts, the coolest parts of both, which is awesome. That's very, very awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's cooler than these two, which are very, very cool. And I'm gonna have to pick a word. Okay, cool, very cool, amazing. This car is amazing. The Sunny 1200 from Tomica Limited. Coupe. The Sunny 1200 Coupe. I love it. It's so good. I hope that you're having a nice day and that you continue to have a nice day.